Peace and hair grease. I just want to say, listen, my brother Kendrick Lamar televised the revolution. Man. They said the revolution will not be televised, but Kendrick Lamar televised the revolution last night. Fire. Fire. I'm not here to debate you. You can debate yourself. Argue with your mother. Argue with your mother. Like what they said. Argue with your mother. I ain't arguing with you, champion. Kendrick Lamar televised the revolution last night. And argue with your mother, because I'm not arguing with you. Argue with your mother. Kendrick Lamar televised the revolution. The revolution was televised last night. Anybody that don't agree with that is on you. You know? You got to figure that out. I ain't Levi G. I'm just going on both. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really Levi G. I'm here though. It's a direct shot at everything that we do as black people. He was basically saying, don't go up there performing. Don't go up there performing like no niggas. Nigga, don't go up there performing like that now. And he let it be known. You know what I'm saying? It was fire. It wasn't just fire. That shit was classic. It was classic. He made so many different statements with that performance last night that it was classic. You know? It was epic on so many levels. It was classic. It was art. It was creativity. It was revolutionary. He basically went on. I'm gonna tell you why I love K-Dot's performance. I'm telling you why I loved it. So first of all, let me say this to you. I'm not here to argue about your opinion, right? Because music is subjective. And music means you like what you like. You agree with what you agree with. I like what I like. I agree with what I agree with, right? There's no one opinion in music. So because you might not like something, has nothing to do with me. The frequency I'm on and the shit I'm on is something different to you. And I'm not trying to tell you that because you don't like it, that you don't know music or you don't get it. You might get it and just don't fuck with it. And that's cool. That's how life is. There's certain shit that people get and they still don't fuck with it. Like you probably know everything he was saying. You probably got all of the shit, you've seen it, and you just don't fuck with it. Maybe you're just not a Kendrick fan, and it's cool. But for me, that shit was epic. He televised the revolution. The man went on the whitest stage in the world, the biggest whitest stage in the world, and told them people, I'm going to do the music I want to get. I'm not even going to give y'all niggas. I'm going to give you the music that's revolutionary. And while I'm at it, I'm going to handle some business with this competition and this lyrical beef that I'm dealing with over here. I'm going to handle that business and I'm going to show you that I don't give a fuck. right? You can sue all you want. You wanted to enter into the Dragon Slayer. You wanted to get into the ring with the champ, and you wanted to do that. Now you got to deal with the consequences. Now you have to literally deal with the consequences of calling me out and trying to bait me into this beef. So now you baited me into this lyrical beef, and I'm gonna show you. And you're not gonna threaten me by suing. I don't give a fuck how many times you sue. Nigga, I'm going to make you understand. And he went up there with. He didn't go up there with a bunch. He could have had features. He got features with a bunch of people. He could have said Taylor Swift. He could have used all his cards. He didn't use none of that shit. He went up there as an unapologetic black man. He made Samuel L. Jackson play Uncle Sam. Now, when you look at the correlation, Sam played Uncle Sam. Also, Sam played the Django in he played Steven in the Django, which it shows the correlation. And then you hear Uncle Sam telling him, "Don't go up there being black." He went up there and told him, "Don't go up there with that black shit, being loud and ghetto." You know them white folks, these good white folks, don't want to hear that. These good white folks want to hear you go up there and play the good songs. They got the beats. You know, he could went up there and did the shit with Black Hippie, with Jay-Z. He could have did all that shit, all of the shits that they would have known. He said the good white folks want to hear that music. These good white folks don't want you on that stage talking black. These good white folks don't want you up there talking black and saying shit that's unapologetically black. And then he did it in the middle of the American flag with black people, or the color of the American flag. He went up there and then looked Drake in the eyes and said, "Say, Drake, I hear like I'm young." He said, "I hear like I'm young." Fuck y'all, man. Fuck America. I'm not fetching and stepping for none of y'all. I'm going to go up there and do what I want to do. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to make a statement on the biggest night. I'm going to make a statement. And they said, "Yo, don't go up there because you know they're going to sue you. He's going to sue you." He said, "Fuck getting sued. You wanted to battle. You wanted to go to war. Now you got to deal with the consequences of this war." He said, "Oh, y'all going to put Kendrick Lamar on this stage? I'm going to make a statement. I'm going to be blackity black. I'm going up there black." That performance was epic. And once again, I'm not debating with anybody that don't think it was. It's not for you. And it's okay. It's not saying that you dumb, you don't know. Like, I hate when you start talking to people about music and they be like, "You just don't understand," or "You don't get it," and this and that. Your mind, no, you just don't like the music. And it's okay. We don't have to like the same music. And we can be cool, because you not liking music doesn't go against my moral compass. It doesn't threaten my life, right? So you not liking the artist that I like or music that I like, it's fine with me. We still cool. But for me, that shit was one of the best performances ever. You know what I'm saying? It was one of the best performances on the stage ever, because to me, that man went up there unapologetically black, sang songs that them white people didn't even know. I was listening, crazy thing, I was listening to Desi Banks. Desi Banks was breaking it down to the white man. He was explaining to the white man what was going on. You know what I'm saying? He was up there explaining to the white man, like, "Yo, this what he's saying." You know, because they saying this and they said, "Sometimes you got to pop out and show." You know what I'm saying? Like, he broke it down to him. And the white man was like, "Okay, he didn't get it, but it don't matter, because it wasn't for him to get." Right? That shit is going to be studied. Kendrick knows how to spark a conversation. He's going to make people talk about it. It's going to be people that say they love it. It's going to be people that hate it. It's going to be debated. It's going to be broken down. You're going to look for hidden symbols. Kendrick is a master marketer. He is a master marketer. The man knows exactly what he does. He drops music when he wants. He drops it how. He drops it in the way he wants. He knows that this thing is going to cause debate. He knows it's going to cause debate. And knowing that it's going to cause debate, it's going to make people go listen to it. It's going to make people go watch it. It's going to get so many views, because people go just want to see, what the fuck did I miss? You know what I'm saying? Then people gonna want to see, oh, what did he do? I didn't see this part. People gonna want to say Serena was out there. Oh shit, Serena was out there. You know what that meant? The message was for white. No, the message was from black people to white people. It was basically saying, I'm not here to step and fetch for you. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do on y'all stage. I'm not gonna be politically correct. I'm not gonna do none of the shit that y'all expect me to do. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do on this stage. I'm gonna say the songs that make me feel good, that my fans and I know black people want to hear. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give y'all the song that y'all want, but in the middle of all that shit, I'm gonna talk my black shit. I'm gonna talk black. I'm gonna act black. That's what Samuel Jackson kept saying. If you notice, Samuel L. Jackson kept coming up there and said, "No, Kendrick, now you know you can't get up here talking like that. All ghetto and black. These people don't want that. They want that good music. They want the good music they can listen to. The one that not the thought provoking. The black. Don't get up here with that now." Did you listen? Did you even listen to what he was saying? So that shit for me, that was it. That was it. It was like it was so simple. It was so simple, yet so masterful. And he went up there with one feature, SZA, who was a part of his label. He just basically said, it's us or nothing. I'm not doing none of that shit. Everybody else got their best features and this and that and play the biggest songs in rotation. He ain't doing none of that. That man went up there and did what he was supposed to do in the middle of an American flag while he was in the middle, the one black kid in the middle of American flag tearing that shit down. I don't give a fuck what nobody try to tell me. K-Dot set that motherfucking stage afire. Fire. Fire. He did his motherfucking thug fizzle, man. I loved it. You know, and that's just my opinion. You can have your opinion. If you think something else is cool. I hear a lot of people always, man, I don't get it. For you, it was everything for me. It's the shit that I'm on. It's the mind that I feel like we all, as black people, it's the page that we all need to be on right now. It's the mental page that we all need to be on. And that's the frequency I'm on. I'm on the frequency is like, I'm not trying to be politically or socially accepted. I know the shit that I'm saying is going to sound revolutionary. It's going to sound, I don't want to be status quo. That's what I'm saying. I'm not status quo. I reject status quo. You know, I reject status quo. And I love the fact that he said, fuck that. And the thing is, when you look at the whole theme and the whole reality of what he's going through, even the Drake shit, it's not so much Drake that he's battling. And I keep trying to tell niggas this. It's the culture. Right? Drake symbolized the status quo of the culture. Money, sex, you know, just simple shit. We just want to enjoy, get high here and there, get drunk, have sex, and have money. And that's all that was glorified. And for years, Drake stood at the helm of that kind of rap. Right? And Kendrick represented for the artists. For revolutionary artists. For artists who want more, who see a vision of black America, who see a vision that is not based on just bullshit like that. So he fought against that. That's what his whole thing. His whole thing was fighting against the status quo of what music is and what the trend is and how it's affecting our babies, how it's affecting our lives. And he's been fighting against that. And Drake symbolized that. So in order for him to change the mindset and change the frequency of the music, he had to battle against the biggest artists in that genre. And that's what he did. And people keep saying, oh, it's a mess. No, this is, people. It's not a personal battle. It's a battle for our souls. He's literally battling for the souls of America. You know, and when you understand that, then the fight is different. His fight is different than the average person's fight. He ain't just fighting, you know, make some music and say I'm the best rapper. Nah. You know, that's not what it is. So when I'm watching him get on the biggest stage, one of the biggest stages in the world, and be unapologetically black, that's it for me. I don't know what anybody else was looking for. If you was looking for something else, then maybe you're not a Kendrick fan. But if you're a Kendrick fan, in my belief, there's no way you could have been disappointed with that. There's no way. There's no way to me that if you're a Kendrick Lamar fan, that you watched that performance and you was in any way disappointed. You know, so that's just my take on it. Everybody else can have their take on it. But it was mastery. It was genius. It was complete genius what he did. When I seen not Steven, I'm calling him Steven because he was from Jingle. But when I see Samuel L. Jackson, I said, wow. This nigga said, I'm Uncle Sam. I'm Uncle Sam. And Uncle Sam was telling him, now don't go out there performing those songs that's blackety black, that's too ghetto and loud. Don't go out there with that. And then he did it in front of Donald Trump. And then the Eagles won when Trump was a Kansas City fan. This shit was everything for me. Shout out to the Eagles. That was beautiful for me. I was so in love. I was just so in love with that performance. Like, I was like, damn, this man did that. Yeah, when it came on all them colors, the shit was masterful, bro. It was masterfully done. It was masterfully done, bro. Like, I have no complaints. It was black joy for me. And that's what Kendrick should be igniting a level of black joy in you. You know, like, he should be aligning a level of black joy in you. Like, when people like, what we boycott, you should understand what we boycott. Because he basically boycotted the motherfucking halftime show because he went up there and did contrary to what they wanted him to do. It was black. It was unapologetically black. Them white people didn't know nothing but the last two songs, and that's how he meant for it to be. All the rest of the shit was talking revolutionary, was talking about fucking reparations. Like, it was masterful, man. So I'm hoping that performance, go back and watch it again today 2 or 3 times, and just listen and pay attention. I'm hoping that performance sparks a fire inside of black people today. You know, like, I'm really hoping that sparks a fire. And that's what I'm saying. The loudest cheer was for Trump. Yep, because that is the whitest stage in the world. So he did that in front of a Trump audience. I loved it, man. But so that's it. I just wanted to give y'all my 2 cents on it. Shout out to K-Dot. Shout out to everybody that performed there. Shout out to Jay-Z for giving him the opportunity. You know, despite what people may say, you might have been more entertained by somebody else or whatever else. But the reality of the situation is that man showed up and he showed out. And he made a statement. And Jay-Z gave one of us the opportunity to get on the biggest stage. See, this is the shit that I say. When niggas say, you know, what did Jay-Z do? Him getting on to help black people. It's shit like that. It may be symbolic to some, but it's like a war cry. It's a war cry for me, right? When I see a revolutionary or somebody who's on the stage with the same mind frame, who has the same level of passion for black people, who is edutainment. When I see somebody up there, it makes me feel good. It inspires me. It motivates me to keep going. It shit like that motivates the warriors and the people with the warrior spirit to continue to fight. Because you see one of us, you see somebody with your same spirit on one of the biggest stages in the world, and it tells you that you're not fighting in vain. Because we need fuel. Like when we out here fight, we need fuel. I be needing fuel because when I'm looking in the stages and the niggas up there talking about nothing and they just randomly just saying bullshit and niggas ain't really ready to stand on nothing, you know, and they peacefully going along and coexisting and just to fit in any room and all that shit, it makes you feel, it takes your energy out of you, right? Like Hakeem Jeffries, who is the part of the Democratic National Convention, was in the Democratic National Convention saying, what is our way to fight? He was so defeated. He was like, yo, they have the House, they have the Senate, and they have the President. What are our options to fight? We don't have any options to fight. Sounds so defeated. Like that shit kills your spirit. People feel like, damn, what the fuck, we can't win. Right? These supposed to be leaders. This man up there talking about how we gonna win. You know, what are our options to fight? What is up? No. Kendrick went up there and said, fuck that. And because I ain't gonna lie, I be feeling that sometimes. I don't state it, I don't publicly come out and say, yo, you know, my close circle, I be like, damn, I don't know, this shit look crazy. But when you watch Kendrick get up there, knowing what his moral compass and his soul is, it gives you that spirit and that warrior spirit to keep on fighting. That's what it did for me. I don't know what it does for nobody else. If you wasn't entertained, whatever it was, but for me, that shit gave me another breath of energy. Gave me a burst of energy, like, yeah, nigga, we got some more energy in us. Motherfucking black people we gonna fight. God damn it. Shit, we gonna fight. You know, so shout out to K-Dot. Once again, shout out to everybody. This is just my opinion. You know, once again, you don't have to agree. It's right, Hov. And that's what I was saying. This is why Hov being in that position is important. It's important. Everybody's role is different, man. Stop letting these people think or make you think that because people that look like you get in positions of power, get in rooms where they can make change, that they don't represent you no more. That's the biggest trick of the enemy. To make you believe that the people who've been with you, right, don't represent you no more because now they have moved up in ranks. The thing is, what happens to so many of our leaders, right, it's a strategy that they use. And I'm going to post it again. It's a strategy that they use. And they know what they're doing. They put you in position to win, right? And then they know once you get in the position to win, your people are going to turn on you because they're going to say that now that you got in a position to win, that you don't represent them anymore. Yeah, babes, go ahead. Okay, get back in that booth. I'm back. I'm focused. I got a whole project about to drop. Well, this thing gonna be different. This thing gonna be serious. I'm putting out. But yeah, that's what they do. They make you believe that your people get to a certain level that they don't represent you no more, that you did sold out. And then what happens is your people start feel like, damn, the people don't fuck with me no more. You know, my people don't even fuck. So now they just feel lost. They feel completely lost, and next thing you know, they on that side, and it looks like they sold out because they have no support. So we leave our people in the trenches. We leave our people in the battlefield. Send me something. If it's fire, I fuck with it. You know that. You know how we do. But that's what happened. We leave our people in the trenches. And once we leave our people in the trenches, then the enemy befriends them. And the next thing you know, they're on that side. Not because they want to be, because they ain't got no other choice but to be. And now we calling it so loud because now that we stop supporting them, they got to get money from the opposition to be able to survive. We got to stay with our people. We got to believe in our. We can't always think because people like Jay-Z and them is in the rooms with shit that they done sold us out. No, some niggas understand how to play a Trojan horse, man. They understand how to play the Trojan horse. The Trojan horse is strategic. The spook that sat by the door is strategic. It ain't letting them see you coming. It ain't running and saying, I'm black and I'm trying to destroy everything. Nah. It's walking and saying, hey, how you doing? I'm just a man. But you got an agenda. That's what they did. Trump tricked everything. Trump sat on a fucking stage for a whole year saying he didn't know what Project 2025 was about. He's like, what is 2020? What is Project 2025? What is that? I don't know. I know the guy. I haven't seen him before, but I don't know anything about Project 20. I have nothing to do with it. In the first day he got in office, he implemented Project 2025. These people was playing chess. We playing checkers. I was having this conversation the other day. I'm tired of having moral victories. We keep having moral victories. Our leaders is dying at 30 and 40 because y'all want them to go and say, I'm black and we need reparations, and you want them to go up there with the whole black agenda out before they get in the door so they can kill them before they even walk through the door. And he died, and you say he died honorable, he ain't had a dime, his family is starving, y'all not gonna support his family, nothing. But you're gonna put him in the history books, and you're gonna say that he was one of us, and he never sold us out. And that's what we call leadership, and that's what we call somebody who represents us. You literally have to die with nothing, screaming, I'm black, in the middle of the street, in front of white people, for them to say that you represented black people to the fullest. Just think about that. Think about that. That's the shit I watched the greatest leader, all of our greatest leaders died in their 30s, probably 40s. Everybody else y'all called a sellout. We're going to get you out of here immediately. We're going to get him out of here. We ain't here for that. But you know what I'm saying? Most of our great leaders, they call sellouts. This is the reality that we deal with. I'm tired of I don't want to be a martyr. I want to create a place. I want to create institutions. I want to create laws. I want to create towns, cities. I want to create organizations that can sustain comfortable living, justice, and equity for black people. And I want to live, and I want to watch my kids live. I don't want to die doing some shit. It's like a nigga jumping, running, walking in the middle of the street. It's like my problem is with Kanye, right? And I say it all the time. You say, oh, he's a revolutionary. He say what he want to say. He do this. He not scared. Y'all scared. It's not about being scared. What is he accomplishing? When you go up there and you yell all that shit and you scream all that and you yell and you say nobody can stop me, and then they block you and they stop you, and you ain't built nothing. You have no black institutions. You haven't built anything that could sustain black people. You complaining about the shit that they done and saying who's in control, but you haven't created anything to counter that. And in the meantime, you're making yourself retroactive, so the people that will want to be able to stay next to you can't even build with you because you are retroactive and you're committing kamikaze. And we think that shit makes sense. We celebrate that. We celebrate that, but Jay in these buildings putting black people in positions to win, giving black people opportunities, paying for the movement, out his pocket, doing shit, creating justice coalitions, all type of shit. And y'all say he's a sellout. This is what I'm saying. I be so confused. I don't like everything that nobody does. But when you start actually building shit and putting your money into situations that can change the trajectory of black wealth and change the trajectory of black life and elevate black people, and not your own people say you selling out, but y'all praise a nigga that's out there telling you that slavery was a choice. They're telling you that, he with Trump and Elon is his brother, and he'd rather be a colonizer than being colonized, and all this dumb shit like this. When that's what he do, but because he got money and he's able to amass wealth, we say that we're gonna celebrate that shit. It's actually sad. It's actually sad that we've been taught to think that that's some shit to idolize. It's like we've been taught the niggas that he the shooter, he guard, he get shot in the blaze, and we celebrate him. He left his family, he ain't got a dime, he did this, he in jail, he this and that, and we celebrate that. But we don't celebrate niggas that actually move forward and evolve and grow and do shit to change. We don't do that. I think we have to shift. We have to shift the mind state of our people on what manhood is and what we should be glorifying, because we glorifying the wrong shit. We glorifying Charleston White. Just think about this, my nigga. We got academics, Charleston White, Kanye. We got, who else? We got Woody. These are the niggas that the culture is telling you is niggas that we need to pay attention to. These are niggas that on every blog conversation somebody talking to. These are the ignorant dudes that's feeding into our people. Our kids is hearing from them first. But they'll tell you that I'm selling them out and I ain't for black people. Just think about it. They'll tell you that, that I ain't for black people. Yeah, them type of niggas. I don't even say his name because, it's not even worth it, but this is the reality that we living in. So don't be fooled, man. Pay attention. Pay attention. These people have demonized everything black. They told you that woke is negative. They told you Black Lives Matter is negative. They told you DEI is negative. Everything that's pertaining to anything that's the elevation and growth of black people, words, terms, and everything, they have turned into bad words. Just think about that shit. How did that happen? In less than 2 years, they took everything that we built something on and turned it into something negative. Everything. They've literally taken everything that we have used to elevate us and turned it into something. They about to make MLK a villain next, right? People say, "Oh yeah, he releasing the documents, the FBI things." Because you know why? Because what happens is Martin Luther King was a human being, right? And we've heard the stories of infidelity and this and that, and so when you go through the files and the FBI makes him look like he wasn't shit, and you read that, now they could justify telling you that we don't need a Martin Luther King holiday no more because he wasn't who he's supposed to be. He was this negative person. He was this and that. We shouldn't be celebrating. Just to discredit him. But we don't pay attention to that. We don't pay attention to that. We feed into the bullshit. I'm just saying, pay attention, man. Listen. Just pay attention. Do your own research. Don't just Google or go to your favorite YouTuber that you like that's telling you this and that, and they use good words or whatever, and they sound intelligent. Actually do some research. And you can definitely separate the bullshit from the real shit. It's a lot. You know, we know we do. You know what we dealing with, Sonya. You know what we dealing with. I work in schools every day, and I see what we dealing with. I mentor young black kids, and I see what we dealing with. You know what I'm saying? They want you distracted. They want you distracted. You know, but don't be too distracted. You know, as much as I love what Kendrick did, and I loved it, we entering into an age also because before civil rights was here, only thing blacks could do was entertain. That's the only thing they utilize blacks for. And they moving it back to that space. They're moving it back to if you're not someone who entertains and you don't have a platform and you don't have a voice, then there's no real space for you inside their world. Because they're not giving you positions of power no more. Trump ain't hiring no black CEOs. He's not putting no blacks in his cabinet that could create generational wealth. They cut DI out, so now the people that was inside DI who was actually had power ain't putting nobody, can't put nobody in positions no more. So now it's back to you either rap or play ball, you sing, you dance, or you run. It's back to entertainment and sports, like Jay-Z said. All us blacks got is sports and entertainment until we even as long as and that's what it's gonna get back to. That's what it's coming back to. So just pay attention, man. Don't fall for the okie doke. Yes, protect your peace and still have joy, but just be awake. I'm not out here. They want you to say you fear mongering. Fear mongering, I don't want you to be scared. I want you to be informed. Fear has always motivated me to move. Right? That's the shit. Like when I played sports and I was competing, you need fear to compete. They told me you fear my. Now I want to be fear. Make me fear because now I know that I gotta go to war. I know I gotta be on point. I know I gotta have some energy because this shit ain't just easy. I know I need to be fear. Fear was always my motivation. Nigga, fear. They said bravery is not the absence of fear. It's the ability to move despite it. That's what being fearless. That's what being brave is. Bravery is not the absence of fear. It's the ability to move despite fear. So don't let these people, oh, you fear. That's another shit, fear mongering. Nigga, I'm telling you the truth. This is what's happening. If that's fear mongering, then take that fear and transform it and do some shit that's gonna change something. So yeah, I'm fear mongering. I want you to be so scared that you actually do something. I want you to be so scared that you got enough energy and power to go out there and you take that motherfucking fear and you go out there and fight for your life like your life depends on it, because it does. That's what I want you to do. I want you to be scared. I want you to be scared so much that you fight with every bit of energy you got in your soul. That's what I want. I want you to know that if I don't train, it's like you about to box somebody that's one of the best boxers in the world. And if you don't train to fight, he gonna knock your ass out. You better be scared. You better be scared as hell. You better be so scared that you put yourself in the best position to win and survive. I didn't say he put no white CEOs in no. He did. He put white people in cabinet positions. He took black people out of CEO positions because a lot of these CEOs were quote unquote DEI hires. So they lost their jobs. People, not CEOs, but people that were put in positions by CEOs or put in positions to be next in line of CEOs. You know, they had people who ran diversity and equity inclusion department. It is not just about race, right? It's making sure that people who have disabilities get treated fairly, right? It's making sure that the workplace is culturally relevant to everybody. Everybody's ideas and cultures have an understanding, right? Because if you have a corporation that our people spend their money on, You got a Pepsi, Coke, or whatever, and our people are spending money on. And you don't have any of our people in the building and say, well, this is what goes on in black communities. These things are offensive to black people. These things right here are offensive to people. These things right here are what black people like. This is the things of our culture. No, or Puerto Ricans, or or this, or different, or Asians. Like these people, if there's nobody into rooms to be able to tell you what is culturally relevant and accepted, then you're in a position to where you may offend somebody. And that's what happens with Gucci when they got, the motherfucking shirt with the Bojangles on it and all this shit, and getting hung with the noose around the neck because it's not culturally competent. Because nobody was in there to tell them, no, that shit ain't cool in the black community. You can't put that out there. Right? You can't put that out there. Nobody's going to tell you that because they don't know. So that's all I want you to understand. Don't let these people tell you that DEI does not respect black people. Go to Chat GPT, right? You got Chat GPT. Ask Chat GPT, who is going to lose the most out of the removal of DEI? And listen to what the explanation it gives you. Listen to what ChatGPT tells you when you ask who's going to lose the most. Not who's gaining the most now, right? Because we know what they say, black people are not gaining the most out of it. Black people are never going to gain the most out of anything because we're only 13% of the population. So expecting us to gain the most out of any law that's put into practice when no law, according to the Constitution, can be only for a race of people. It can be for conditions of people, right? You cannot discriminate against people based on race, this and that and that. And don't say you can, and you only got to hire black people. There's no law that you will ever see where it specifically tells you that it has to deal with black people or white people. That's not a thing. White women are not going to lose out the most on DEI. Not at all. No way. It's not even possible because they benefit the most. So even if they cut half of the white woman out of there, and they got probably, they say they benefit the most, they still benefiting more than us. If they cut half of 12% or third, let me see. No, I already looked it up. You can go Google that. ChatGPT will tell you. I mean, we definitely gonna go through a situation our economy. Everybody talking about these deals that he made with Canada and Mexico. But nobody, you see how it just went under the water that he put those tariffs on China? And nobody's talking about those tariffs that they're coming from China. There's not real conversation coming from that, no. But that's who we are, man. Listen, I just wanted to come talk to y'all for a minute. Once again, shout out to Kendrick Lamar. Shout out to everybody that was a part of that process. It was dope, it was enlightening, and it was epic. And it was all for us as black people. It was revolutionary. The revolution was televised last night. So I want to salute. See y'all soon. Yo, make sure you tune into the shit show, because I got a whole lot of shit to talk about on the shit show. Make sure you tune in. If you haven't seen the shit show, go to my YouTube page right now. It's Mysant YouTube. Go to my YouTube and subscribe. It's YouTube Mysant NY General. Go subscribe and watch the first episode. It's hilarious, but it's real. Peace.